Hello everyone, welcome back to Car Salvage 101. Today we are going to be sorting out an airbag module on a Fiat 500. Had a message from a lady who's nearby, said that her daughter had hit a pothole and damaged the tyre on her 500, and off the back of that, the car has got airbag lights on and fuel cut-off unavailable. Can you help? And I said, that sounds like the airbag module, and it's detected a crash. So I said, there's two options. I can deal with it. I go collect the airbag module from your car, send it away, get the data removed, bring it back, plug it in. But I said I wouldn't drive the car whilst that's happening. The next option is that I do have a spare one with me. I said I'd just swap them over. The only thing with the spare one that I've got is that had crash data as well, and I've sent that off to be completed. They have said they did come back and say, yeah, I've completed it. They sent a screenshot saying they've cleared the data from it, but they said that there was another report about malfunction on it, which they have cleared again, and they said it's not come back. So I'm hoping it's all sorted. If, however, I go today and it's not working and it's still having the same problem after I've cleared everything, then we know that my airbag module is also not good and might need to just be thrown away. So what I would then look to do is take her airbag module out and say, look, I am going to have to take it with me to get it clear because I don't have a spare one. The turnaround's pretty quick, but it's the actual postage that takes the time. So anyway, let's get on. Let's get to the customer's car. Let's get the airbag module out, and hopefully this will be a relatively quick job. So we're at the customer's house, and the airbag module is located directly behind the bottom of the gear stick, or the gear linkage, should we say. It's best accessed from the passenger side, and it's basically 3 bolts which are held in. You just need a socket for that. There's 2 bolts sort of on the passenger side which you can get to quite easily, and they come out without any issues. There is one final one which is located just here on the back, and that is very tight, so tight that you can't use the same socket. Now you can see here I've tried my best with just a normal socket, but actually it needed a slight extension. And you can see here, this is the same socket, but there's a small increase of about another inch or so, just to give me a bit of height. That extra inch allowed me to work my way through, but it has taken absolutely ages and ages, nearly an hour to get that off. Okay, and then, oh man, it is so hot. I'm sweating buckets. So I decided to try and go in this way to try and get to that bolt. To be honest, I wouldn't even bother in the future. It really is pointless because there's just even less room up there. So I'd say about an hour to get that bolt out in 30-degree heat. Probably warmer actually because you're in a car. Oh, anyway, so this has just detected a crash. I've replaced the airbag module. This is the original one that they've had in, so I've just replaced it. We've turned on the ignition. We've got obviously various faults because obviously it needs proxy aligning. So you need to clear all the faults down using multi-ECU scan, which is on here, except you can't see it because you've got my face. We can turn that off now because we're done with this. Bear with me. Right, that is shutting off. So you need to clear all the faults in the airbag, That's the main thing. And then once that's done, then it'll just need a proxy alignment because the mileage was flashing. And then that's it, it's all done. Obviously, it goes without saying, disconnect the battery before you do anything on the airbag. And that is a job that's taken me, unfortunately, it's probably taken me about an hour and a half, when that definitely could have been done a lot quicker. That's my mistake, really, that I didn't utilise my equipment right, because in the past I've not had an issue. Luckily I had a part on me, otherwise I would still been going now. Anyway, we'll clear this up and hand it back to the customer. So that brings us to the end of this quite short video on an airbag module replacement. The airbag module that I've removed from the car, I haven't tested. So it's going to be one of two things. Number one is the module is broken and it needs an actual repair. Those can be had anywhere between £85 and £100. Actually, maybe a bit more, depending on if you have a business and you're sending these off to someone and they've reduced the rate. But anything from 85 probably actually to about 120 to have a complete module repair. Or the other option is it's just got crash data that's stored in the module and that just needs clearing, and that is like £20 to have it just cleared and the module sent back to you. So the woman that I've obviously just done that airbag for, I've got the airbag module. I've not sent it off, so I do not know if that is going to cost me big time or just cost me next to nothing to get it basically working again. In regards to the video or the clips that you've just seen, that airbag module that I put in was a error message clearance that was done again by someone else that I'd posted it off to. £20. They'd cleared the airbag messages, and quite literally, once you've taken it out, which can be anything from 5 minutes, which is what it's been before for me, up to well over an hour, which is basically what this video was, in the hottest day of the year. Oh, how annoying. So yeah, and then plugged in, clear the errors, any errors stored within your Fiat 500 using multi-ECU scan or any other like OBD reader, because you can clear them all. But then you're probably most likely going to need to use multi-ECU scan to proxy align and basically tell the car that that is a new airbag module, so it can then basically reconnect back up to it. And that clears all the errors on the dashboard and the speedo, and it will stop the mileage from flashing. So yeah, but that was a job that, yeah, should have taken a bit shorter time, but that was all to do with the size of the socket. If you've got a small socket, you're in trouble. You need a longer socket to be able to get that height. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will speak to you all again very, very soon. Don't forget, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.